That was an amazing affair from both men.
That means I
Dohmi,
get to add to my German trophies in bowling.
indeed.
The king of nippies.
Does it on
Bowling and darts.
There it is. That is right, Mike. But let's just say Domi raced into a first set lead with some amazing darts, and we thought James was on the back foot. But that third leg in the first set really showed that there was something in James, and he proved it. How do you feel, James? Your initial reaction?
Nope. Here we go.
Oh,
His initial reaction is to neck a bit more wine.
So James, can you hear us?
Yeah, I've been able to hear you and Ollie the whole time, but for some reason I can't hear Rian.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't
James,
know why. So apologies for ignoring you the whole time.
don't worry, that's fine. James, so tell us.
Your darts spoke for themselves.
So James, tell us, how are you feeling? How are you feeling after that? What's your thoughts?
I feel really good. I mean, honestly, the first set, my hand was shaking. I play darts regularly in my house on my own, and it's just throwing darts. But the fact that it was sort of on a stream, my hand was actually shaking, and it took me definitely 2 or 3 legs to get into it. Winning that one leg in the first set was quite a big deal for me, just so the whitewash is off, there's a bit of pressure off, and then I really felt that I came into my swing, and I thought I finished really well doubles wise. I was really pleased with that because it's not really a strength of mine. And then started scoring a few hundreds and a lot of 80s. I think there's one leg I hit a treble almost every visit. Yeah, I was really pleased with myself. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you did. You really did well, and you seem to really love the finishes where it was double top. You really did. Is that something that you've done? Is that something you're always kind of known in your arsenal, or?
Yeah, I would say I always like to leave tops because I like double 10, and if I miss it, but today I just hit it more times, so I didn't actually have to go to the 10s, which was a nice bonus. Yeah, I've never been that prolific on tops as today. I felt tops was really good for me today, which isn't always the case, but it's
yeah,
it's cool.
Ollie, you have any questions for James?
Yeah. How did you deal with the pressure, especially after that first set? What was going through your mind entering that second set, and what kind of changes did you make to go on and win the next 3?
I think generally it was just sort of like getting that one leg under my belt made me think, I'm being outplayed here, but I'm not that bad at this game. Just sort of treat it like you're in your living room playing darts, which you are. And the first leg, I was like, I'm on the telly. Obviously, it's not the TV, but but on the internet playing darts, and my hand was shaking, and I don't know why that's the case because, well, it is a difference than just playing on your own or playing with your mates in the pub. So it was just getting used to that. I think, like they always say about the players, there's good floor players and there's good stage players, and I haven't experienced playing on the stage. This is like probably the biggest stage I'll ever play on, but for me, it took me a little bit of time just to get into it and just to relax and remember it's just you throwing a piece of metal at a bit of cork, and then once I sort of got that in, luckily I hit the doubles early because if I hadn't done that, I think it would have got in my head. But no, I really enjoyed it, and well played Dohmi as well. He had a good knock there, and there was a couple of. So I thought he hit a 180 at one point because I'm trying to watch it through this little camera. It's just weird when you can't watch your opponent. Darts is a strange game in that you can't. It's probably the one game where you can't do anything about your opponent. You just got to watch them sort of put those daggers in you, and you're sort of watching him and is that it? Oh, is that But because obviously it's not in the same place. So it was really good fun, and thanks for you guys and thanks to Dohmi for putting it on and thanks for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
Listen, you've been absolutely brilliant to have on. Rian was asking, I don't know if you can still hear him or not. Rian was asking, what wine were you drinking, and what was your review on it?
Okay, so I started off on a bottle of Yellowtail Shiraz, which is my sort of go-to sort of standard wine. I prefer Malbec really, but Yellowtail Shiraz is good. And then for the last leg, I'd run out, so I nipped downstairs and got something in Gables. Like Waitrose had if you bought 6 bottles yesterday, it was 25% off. So I wasn't going to buy that many, but I thought you might as well. And that one got me through the last leg. And I say it was good for me to finish that last leg quickly because once we all saw Gerwin Price in the World Championship. You start missing doubles for the match, and then you really get in your head. So that was thanks to the Gables and something. I put it facing the wrong way, so I can't read it from here. But
Well done, James. If you can hear me, well done.
Yeah, Rian, can you hear Rian now, James?
I can't hear him at all. I don't know why I can't hear him at all.
Right.
It's flashing up green that he's speaking, but
Yeah.
but for some reason my computer's decided it doesn't want to hear him.
Okay, he
and I
has.
can hear the
He
rest
ha-
of you. So I was going to say, I was going to try and quit out and then come back in. Obviously, then the screen would have lost, and we had some problems earlier with that. So I thought I probably
Yeah.
did.
Eddie,
Yeah.
Eddie, like a little bit of like a translator. I want you to ask him about.
So I'm just see the green.
I'm the translator now. Yes, Rian.
Yeah, I just wanted to. He did mention that third leg, and even though he lost that set, did he feel that winning that leg, despite losing the following leg, that was the big turning point in his fortunes for tonight?
Yeah, so in terms of the third, in terms of the third set, when you lost that, when you went down to Dohmi, you were still 2-0 up, and then Dohmi won that leg. Did you still feel you had a chance? Did you still feel you were still confident? Did it not get to you too much? What was your kind of thought process when that happened?
Well, I think he's a very very good dart player. Probably he's got a bit more experience playing competition than me. I think. So I just. I think having no expectations of winning at the start really helps because you just sort of think, it's a bit of fun. Let's go out and play. But then when you get into it, you're like, well, I really want to win this. And as I went on, I really wanted to win, and I felt I was playing well, and I felt I got back into the game, and I felt confident that I could, if I kept doing what I was doing, then he's gonna have to play really well to match me. And I know he's capable of it, and sometimes, another day it might have gone a bit differently. There's a bit of controversy over that one leg, which when I threw out of turn, which because of issues, and I apologise for that because that was a sort of start of a set, so that sort of. But I wish that hadn't happened, but it sort of came back into it, and I think we're pretty even. To be fair, I think we're pretty even players. I think I say we played once before in Nippies and it was 1-1.
Yeah.
So I think on any given day, one of us could beat the other. I think, and I don't think I'm a better player. I think today was my day, and I had a good run. I sort of hit a good run of 2 or 3 sets in a row. But he's I sort of feel like every leg it starts, I feel like you've got a chance, and then it's just finishing them off early. Like I think if you've got a lead, which you don't often get because we're very similar. Then I think the fact that I hit the doubles early on the legs, I had the lead, was quite good for me because I didn't have to sort of think about missing the doubles. But
And did you feel when you were watching him? Because obviously, when you were turning, we saw you were turning to the camera and you were watching Dohmi. Did you feel you learned anything from that? Did you feel that kind of you were learning anything about how he plays the game, anything differently than what you played in the first time you played Nippies, or was it just not much at all?
For me, it's weird because I sort of thought to myself, well, at the start of a leg, I wouldn't really look in at what he's doing because we're all so far away and we're not good enough to be hitting 180s every time that in 9 darts we're going to be down there. But when it got to about sort of 250 in, you start looking, and I sort of saying to myself, why are you looking? Because you can't do anything about it, but you want to watch the game, and normally you're watching it in front of you. So I think that's sort of what it was, and I'm not going to say I learned much because I'm not sure you can learn too much in the game of darts. You just watch the other guy play, and sometimes they hit the doubles and sometimes they don't, and it's that sort of if that makes any sense. I'm not sure.
Yeah, listen, that makes perfect sense. Yes, Rian. I'm currently translating again. Yes, Rian.
Yeah, I want to ask James. Do you think? I think after that, I think we have to have a rematch. Is the door open for to run it back again, as they always say in the UFC? Are we going to run it back again for 180 Carat Classic Part 2?
Yeah, of course. Rian's asking, in terms of a rematch, would you like to run back the rematch again for the 180 Classic? Do you feel? Would you change anything in terms of the rules of it, in terms of the sets, or would you like to run it back again with Dohmi?
So I thought it was good. I mean, obviously, if people enjoyed watching it, that's great because obviously at the moment there's not much we can do. So a couple of hours on a Saturday, it's really good for me. Like I'm here on my own. It was nice to interact with people.
Yeah.
Without sounding tragic, but that was.
Don't worry about that at all.
But I really enjoyed that part of it and that thing. And if other people enjoyed it for a couple of hours, I'd definitely play again, and I'd probably expect the result to be different because I say even we're pretty even, and it's one day it'll be my day, one day it'll be his day. But I'd happily let Dohmi play someone else and join in and watch and enjoy that as well. So
yeah,
yeah, whatever. But
and listen, we
it's
just
really
want to
cool.
say thank you. Yeah, we want to say thank you so much for obviously coming on, and obviously your bit of banter kind of with us midway through the game and stuff like that. And
I did enjoy. I did enjoy
honestly,
it. I say I'm used to.
well, you can hear Rian any point at all, though. So I mean.
I know, and I was expecting some good conversations with him, so I'm a bit scared of that part. So I can only react to sort of half the conversations you're having, and then I sort of thought, oh, maybe I'm just speaking over Rian every time I talk because I can't hear him. But I did enjoy the interaction because I say I'm used to playing darts with people, and it's cool to be able to chat to you guys whilst I played. So I appreciate that.
Of course. Listen, thank you so much, Rian. Have you got something you want to say, Oliver? You got anything else you want to ask?
I just said the darts were good enough. I didn't need to be heard. The darts spoke for themselves. They were good enough for me.
Rian says the darts was good enough.
Oh, sorry.
Ollie has some questions about some of the stats. On you go, Ollie.
Oh yeah, just looking at a couple of the legs. Very strong 22 dart leg on the first leg of set 4, 68 average, and also the
that was
62 average. Very good.
That's cool. I thought the opening leg 4 was the best one. Yeah, I was going to look up what that was, so I appreciate that.
Yeah,
well, listen, I believe we've got. I believe Philip Dohmi is going to come in for an interview.
Yes.
I believe he is. But listen, we just want to say, James, thank you so much. We hope you're back to defend your crown next time. It's been very fun.
I'm going to slog off so I can hopefully hear Rian speak to Dohmi.
Yeah, come back in. You can have a nice chat with Rian, and we'll speak to Dohmi. All right.
Let's do it.
Thanks very much for all your help as well, guys. I mean, that's made
thank
it
you.
Incredible.
Thank you very much.
Big congrats for James in the chat, everybody.
Big congrats. Right. Okay, let's get him in. Come on you. There we go. Hello, beautiful.
Handsome Philip.
What a beautiful man. How are you, sir?
Okay, so let's talk about it. What went wrong? Yeah. Dohmi apparently can't be heard. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly interrupt you. Apparently, the Twitch chat cannot hear you.
Yeah, because I'm fucking stupid.
So don't worry.
Now, I think now the Twitch chat should be able to hear me. I'm just gonna repeat real quickly what I said.
Yeah, fire away.
It was basically, doubles. Losing it on doubles completely. 10.62%, I think, or 10.41. We doesn't want to make me look good enough. I had 3 points. I had 3 points less in the 3-dart average. In the 3 dart average. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah. We got someone in the chat saying we can hear you, so you can continue.
Okay, perfect. It's doubles. James did it in the. I can hear myself. James, I can hear myself double, which is a bit irritating right now, so I'm gonna mute you for a second.
I think it might. No. I think they're just doing a test, but I think I think it might be Steve. Steve might just not be able to hear you because Ash can hear you and we can hear you there. So I think.
Yeah.
Fine, again, I think you can.
Doubles. Doubles.
We're all good now.
Doubles.
Right,
And
let's start the interview again. So Philip, where did it go wrong?
well, I'm not sure. I think it's doubles. Yeah, it's missing. How much doubles how much attempts on double have I missed? Let's look at the statistics. I just missed 33 darts at double. It gets difficult if you miss that many, especially if James is hitting every fourth dart on double, which he did with like a very good 23.25% on double. The first set was still very good. James, I had a better double percentage as James had. He just had one leg, and I felt comfortable. And yeah, then in the second set, I still think I got, like, we both played good. James just got the set, and the third set as well. And then in the fourth set, the first two legs were just terrible, under 14 average. And he took them, and in one of them he played the best leg of the game, with the 22 darter, and I got one leg. And you never give up, but I think he just played another 24 darter at the end, which was difficult to keep up, because I said it the entire week, I said it the last couple of months when this game was set up. I think James is the more talented player of us two. Even if I need to put in this amount of work I did the week just to keep up with James. And it was something I said last night when I was in the chat with Mike, Eddie, and James Mullen. I still think if I would lead 2-0, James solely on talent would be able to claw back into the game and win it. In the end, it's a game of doubles. Sometimes we're just centimeters away from the double, especially on tops, which gave me no favor today. I was really terrible on tops today. I was happy that I didn't have to dart on double one today, which surprised me that there was absolutely no leg where we both started to do pop darts on double one. But yeah, obviously got it. I would have loved to win, but this game wasn't really about winning. It was more about, doing something on Carat weekend to entertain people, and at the same time doing something for charity.
Exactly, and I think you did quite well. You really did well to start. I mean, you came into this match like a house on fire. I mean, you got the 150 in the first leg, and you've done really you've done quite well. I think you and James can both be proud of how you performed.
Your stagecraft as well, Magnus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rian, on you go.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Dohmi, I hate to ask the hard questions because you've done an amazing thing here today and you played very well. But when you rushed into a one set lead, and there was a moment where you seemed to be in control of that second set. When James won, you were quite ahead in a leg, and James came back and nicked it stole it with a double. Did you think yourself that might have been a turning point?
It's difficult to say because I don't think I played particularly less good for the second and third set that he still won. The fourth set was just a terrible start in the first two legs for me. So I just think James got better at doubles, obviously, if you consider that he went from 12.5% after the first set up to, I think, 25% in the second set. He just started hitting them doubles. He checked out a 85, I don't remember in which leg it was, but he did that. At the end of the day, James won deservedly. He was the better player today. There's no doubt. And obviously, I want to win. I'm a very competitive person.
Of course, yeah.
But, I can also admit that James was the better player today, especially on doubles. It was like I would have had to play better on doubles. This wasn't like really bad on doubles. It was still 10.41, but 23.25 if you're playing at the level we two do is just really exceptional on doubles. That has to be added. There are sometimes you see on stage players who aren't even hitting that percentage on doubles, and he did it today. And yeah, he was very good on tops, and like I said, tops didn't do me a lot of favors today, and I missed a lot of darts at tops. I missed a lot of darts at like double 16, double 8, which are usually my favorite doubles, double 16, double 8. So I think I checked twice on double 4, which is like more of an emergency checkout, and yeah, What you gonna do? Like hindsight is 2021. It's at the end of the day, I lost. I look forward to like whatever we do the next time. Whether it's just gonna be a one-on-one again, like you guys proposed, or if we can see each other again at a later point and do maybe like a bigger tournament in like a nice hotel room in Oberhausen or something on like Carat weekend on like a Friday evening or Thursday evening. I don't know. We have to see.
Dohmi, is there anyone? Can I ask Dohmi? Is there anyone other than James in the environment that we're currently in right now? Is there anyone other than James you would like to potentially face in this kind of environment?
Call him out, come on.
The thing is, James and I were pretty even. I think it's very. The thing is, I don't know too much people who would be able to do what we did today, like technically, not like from a standpoint of level of play, but really like streaming, setting up a date, especially like Carat weekend. It's really like there's James and there's me. I think between like if I have to be one of the two people playing. Yeah, I think the coolest thing we could do next would be something, I don't know, Carat weekend 2022, 16 180 carat open or something. We do a little open tournament. We get a hotel room in Oberhausen in a hotel, to not name a name, and just set up a board, stream it maybe a little bit with like cameras in the hotel room and play a little tournament with like a shorter distance. And just have like more people involved. I don't want like another one-on-one more. I like more tournaments, like getting more people involved, getting more personalities. Like not saying that we're boring personalities, just more flavors.
More flavor. Listen. Let's just remind the people in the chat that Dohmi set up the technical stuff, practiced for his darts, worked all week, and set up the stream. And got us all
flick between the cameras after every shot as
Yeah.
well.
And got. I'm looking at the Twitch chat now. Got stats by in between legs when he could have been practicing. Got stats up and got the darts up. So let's give a clap in the chat for Dohmi because this has been a fantastic event.
Yeah.
Definitely, I think Dohmi, you played and you've set this up really, really fantastically. I mean, genuinely, yeah, I think. Well, sorry, Rian, what were you gonna say there, Rian?
I was gonna say in terms of the charity, why was it Calm that you picked as the charity, Dohmi? Talk to us a little bit about why you set this up and the real reason behind the 180 Carat Classic.
Like okay, the story was yo Binotto was geht, yo was geht. The story behind the 180 Carat Classic was obviously we have Carat weekend and technically we all, like most of us, would now be in the Turbinenhalle and all that stuff. But, you know, there's this little thing called COVID-19 going around right now. So James and I, we wanted to play like head-to-head for a longer time now, having like a big game. Originally, it was planned during Carat weekend and like Knippies, while everyone is like doing their shit and bowling. We do a little game and whoever can watch can just like stand there, watch, have a real atmosphere there. But obviously COVID. And then we were like, we need to do like something like during Carat weekend, you know. So I reached out to Sarah Flan at one point in January, I think, and asked her, because usually she does like the bowling with like Sarah Foyle, if they have anything planned for this weekend, especially today. And they said like no, nothing. Like they have like a little bit planned, but not something specific. And I was like, yeah, maybe James and I, we can have like a little darts game on Saturday. Do maybe something for charity, like getting people around, just give them something to look at. And that's what we did. So then coming to that charity point, why Calm? Especially me in the recent months and like in general, especially in like the last couple of I'm gonna turn down my microphone a little bit. Especially in the last couple of months, it was a really tough go for me. I went like at one point very radio silent, and it's just, I think it's rough for us all. I'm struggling with mental health now for a number of years, and I just thought, you know, I wanted to do a charity for mental health, and I didn't know which specific. So I actually asked like Rian and Ollie when we were in the voice chat a couple of days ago, and Ollie was like, "Hey, we could do calm," and I was like, "Yeah, okay, then let's do calm." We did calm, and there's not much more of a story behind it. I like we didn't even have. I don't even know who donated, and I don't want to know who donated, because something I don't like is when people go like, oh, like, obviously we said this is going to be a charity stream, it was on the graphic, but I don't want to be like, oh, we did this and we did something for charity to make this like look like we're some sort of like good people. That's also why there were no tweet notifications, because I don't like this whole, oh, hey, I donated 20 euros, so should you. Whoever wants to donate should donate. That's like my mantra to it. While my Tabasco falls down. Like who wants to donate? Donate. Like, that's the best thing you can do. You can help people by that. But please don't go and be like, oh, I donated 20 euro and I will match the next 5 donations as well. Just donate anyway. Like, I don't like this matching, and that's why there were no notifications.
Yeah. Dohmi, do you want to tell Kung Fu Panda that the party can wait and that you're throwing darts right now?
Yeah, the Kung Fu Panda, also known as my dad.
Dohmi's dad makes a run in on the street. We love to see it. Dohmi, this has been fantastic, and fair play to you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think we delivered at the end of the day. It's not about winning or losing. Well, it's also about winning or losing, otherwise we wouldn't play. But in the first place, it was about entertaining people for, what now, like roughly 2.5 hours. I think we did this. I think I will put this up on YouTube, so, Mute 79, there were no 180s today. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're also done with the stream. I lost, like you can see in the graphic. Yeah.
Nobody lost it today.
Congrats to James again. And thanks for you three for taking part in, like Ollie, Rian for commentating, Eddie for taking the time of presenting. Yeah, like I said, maybe we can do something like this in person, a little stream in a nice big hotel room, and just play darts and sit down, have a commentary team at the place, have a little crowd. That would be beautiful, wouldn't it be?
Oh,
that would be beautiful. Ollie, I've kind of taken over the questions there. Have you got anything to say to your good buddy? You talked about yours and Mr. Dome's history and all the history.
I'm proud of Dohmi tonight. He's got a lot of energy in him, and he's put it all towards a very positive cause. We've all had a lot of fun. We've learned what kind of man Philip Dome is, and he is a good man.
Good man.
I think we saw him go through the wars today, and I think that's what sport is good for. You can see the measure of a man. And did he quit when he was 2-1 down? Did he moan? No, he stood against the back of the wall. He got that leg in that final set. He fought like a lion. He's done a good bit for charity. He's done a good bit for himself. Well done, Mr. Dome.
Oh, thank you very much. And like I said,
Listen, well done. It has been an enjoyable stream. But we are almost coming up to 8 o'clock. I'm gonna assume that is the end of the stream. There's not gonna be some kind of run-in. This isn't wrestling. This is darts.
This is not TNA wrestling.
Myself and Ollie have dinner to attend to.
Yeah.
I want to watch the darts.
I'm being told that we're running out of time. TNA Explosion is up next for your main event. Of Christopher Daniels against Frankie Kazarian, followed by I think it's Eli Drake. I'm not completely sure. Maybe a tag match. We'll decide what happens next.
Eli Drake against Gunner.
And if you would like to stay tuned until in 2 hours time, we do have the TNA flashback here on Challenge with a six-way X Division title match between Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, Austin Creed, and Curryman and Shark Boy, all in that 6 Division title match. That's coming up, so don't worry. Challenge Bullseye has finished, but the action is still continuing. total
And
non-stop
so I
action.
say, I've been your host, Eddie Sideburns. These have been your commentators, Oliver Court and Rian Nocter. Thank you. We will see you again. Take care and have a lovely rest of your night. Goodbye.